Hi, I'm Debbie Peterson, founder of the Wellness Gala. We promote the healing benefits of integrative medicine and holistic choices available to everyone. I've experienced their life-changing results firsthand, and I can't wait to share these options with you on our show, Balance Your Life. Each week, along with my co-hosts, Barb and Dina, we'll be bringing you experts in fitness, food, health, beauty, and wellness, with options, tips, and techniques for a balanced mind, body, and spirit. On today's show, we talk with Dana, producer of the award-winning movie Love Heals. Then we hear from Yvonne Maria Schafer about how she does transcendental readings. But first, we have part one of Dr. John Mankiewicz, who does a very unique type of chiropractic, the Pierce technique. Hi, everyone. We're here today at Mankiewicz Chiropractic in Paramus, New Jersey, and we're here, I'm going to just call him Dr. John. Hi, Dr. John. Thanks for having us.
Hello, Debbie.
Hi, Dr. John.
Hello,
So nice to meet you.
Yes. And you do something completely different than normal, traditional chiropractic.
Yeah, so when I was in school, I decided that I was going to practice a technique that was more efficient, that actually got results on before and after x-rays. So that way, once you fix a patient, they never need to come back.
Okay.
And
Well,
this
that sounds different.
Yes, and this technique, it's called the Pierce technique, named after Dr. Pierce. And it was started back in the mid-'70s, but it's not really taught in schools. So I learned actually from the doctor himself. What intrigued me about it was when you follow a set of rules, you come out with an outcome.
Okay.
And it was something that was reproducible to over 90%. And so I figured once I got out into chiropractic world, I'd like to practice a technique that was efficient and allowed patients to heal very quickly and without them coming here a lot.
Okay, so wait a minute. So they don't come back and see you a few times a week? Like
No. So
totally different.
Traditionally, when you talk about regular chiropractic and physical therapy, you're talking 3 times a week. But with this technique, it's so efficient that you talk it twice a week at max. It works.
Okay.
And most people do not have to come that often and for that long, just because the technique works that well and your body heals that quickly. So there's a big procedure to this. And there's a big piece of equipment that we use that helps determine everybody's problem is something called motion x-ray. The big thing about motion x-ray is that we're able to see which bone is physically stuck and the direction your problem is stuck in. So I don't do universal care where you come in and I just work on all the bones.
Okay.
So we work specific to what you have, which is different from the others. Usually others, there's going to be a regimen. A lot of times the same type of treatment. So here it's always going to be different. So when you come in, once you start getting fixed, I will be working on different bones, because as one is fixed, another one might be locked, and then you fix the whole system and you fix it at the root cause. So that way, once it's fixed, you never need to come back.
Wow, that's amazing. I know.
Okay, so this is your scan. You're standing straight. This is your jaw, so you're facing this way. These are your neck bones. They should be curved just like this. So you actually have a plus 17 centimeter curve, which is excellent. But that does not mean that you do not have an issue. That's why motion x-ray is so important. So now when you go to look down, your spine has this curve. It should actually go opposite when you look down if all the bones are moving. So let's check it out. So here, when you look down, you could draw a straight line along the backs of these bones, and you shouldn't be able to do it because that means that the bones are stuck. And then another line this way. This indicates that your C3 is stuck, causing your issues. This next picture is now of you looking all the way up. When you go to look all the way up, your skull, first bone, second bone should touch, it does, and then all these tips in here should touch, which they do, except when we get down to this point. You'll see one tip here and another one here, and there's too much of a space here. That indicates that your T1 and T2 is locked, and that could cause anywhere from neck pain to carpal tunnel to headaches to a slew of other things. This next image is if I was standing behind you and I'm looking at you. This is your left shoulder, this is your right shoulder, this is your jawline. You want to focus in on these tips right here. These tips are the bumps that you feel in the back. When you turn your head to the right, if these bones are moving, these tips should go to the left, somewhere over here. So here, you're about to turn your head to the right, and you'll see that this is the last bone that moved. So this bone is trying to move, this one's stuck, stuck, stuck. These should have been somewhere over here, and they didn't move at all. So that means you have C7, T1, T2, and T3 that are stuck when you turn your head to the right. And when you turn your head to the left, these tips should now go to the right side, and they move a lot better. So you only have a problem on the left side.
Dr. John has a unique approach to chiropractics that discover and address your ailment and treat it within 2 to 3 visits. He uses technology. A lot of other chiropractics use kind of like go by your hands and your senses. His is very much data-driven. For example, that little hammer that he uses understands exactly when that disc has moved and stops right there. Extremely effective. There's no guesswork about it. He delivers a product, a service that is solid. He's got confidence in it, and his patients have confidence in it. Don't tell him I told you this, but I don't think we're ever going to be able to let him retire.
What is the most common complaint that you see from your patients?
It ranges. It could be anything. It could be from the common neck ailment where you have neck pain, low back pain, sciatica, to the more crazy
We have all
stuff.
of that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And to this more serious where people come in with migraines and they want to shoot themselves. And this is no joking aside. I mean, people come in and that bad. And usually this is one of the last stops before they go to something more drastic like surgery, just because we have the reputation and the technique that we handle the tough cases. So if we can handle the tough cases, the easy cases are,
A piece of cake.
you can do it one-handed.
Okay,
right.
that sounds great.
So then normally, how long do people do this treatment for? I know it varies a little bit.
So everybody is different. It depends on how people respond. I mean, I fix people within 3 visits. When I mean fix, not just that you feel better, but you feel better, and on x-ray you see it's fixed. And once you fix, you never need to come back. There's no maintenance care with this.
Wow, okay. Yeah, that's just mind-blowing.
Well, here's the thing. Once you feel and the spine is back to where it is, you know that feeling. So when something starts to go out or you get involved in an accident, like you know yourself right away, like I don't feel as good as I did.
Right.
There's an issue and you come and it's 1, 2, 3, you do a couple of visits and that's it. And then you button up again.
And then when people are healed, they will say, because I know this has happened to me, oh my God, I didn't realize I could feel this good. I didn't realize I was really living with pain, right?
Yes.
For as long.
Yep. I get that quite often. And to the point where people would come in and they go, hey, you don't remember? I walked in like this. I was barely able to stand straight. And I said, no, I see it all day long. So I said, that's not something that I look at. Obviously, that's what people are paying me for. But my big thing is to fix it on x-ray. Because if I don't fix it on x-ray, you're not going to be right for the rest of your life. But the problem is that when you don't fix the problem, as you get older, that problem, when it's not fixed, it just gets more and more chronic.
Right.
So that's why it's really, really important that you go to somebody who knows where the root problem is, you fix it, and that way you nip it, and you don't have to worry about it for the rest.
And I get to see people of all ages?
All ages. Could be anywhere. We just had somebody as recent as, or as young as 11 years old, a hockey player, and the father took him to the hospital for special surgeries, and they told him that his one foot was about an inch shorter than other. So he called me up and told me, I said, that's impossible. That means he has polio. It just doesn't happen. He wasn't born that way. Lo and behold, the guy comes and he had a certain ailment that made the foot look that much shorter, but that was not the problem. So once we fixed it, and he wrote this crazy good review that when you read it, it goes step by step of the doctors that they went to, and they told him, your son's got a short leg, and it wasn't the case. And once we fixed him, the kid's playing hockey now, and he actually might make the pros. So
gosh,
really,
that's great.
So can you imagine that if you had a son that was 11 years old, couldn't play hockey anymore, and that was his dream, and all of a sudden now you just gave it back to him.
That's wonderful.
That's fantastic.
You're saying stuck. People are stuck. What does that mean?
Right, so you can only tell that by using motion x-ray, because when you take a regular x-ray or you try to feel by hand, it's almost impossible because you have an inch layer between the skin, the fat, and the muscles. It's very impossible to feel which way the bone is not moving. So with motion x-ray, I could pinpoint it to the exact bone that's not moving properly, and the direction that your problem might be different than yours.
Okay.
So this way you get the treatment tailored to you, not let me just do a universal treatment that blanket covers everything, which does not exist. I mean, that's just a fallacy.
Yeah. Oh, I'd like to try that actually.
So our big thing with this technique is that we're able to show before and after x-ray. So that's a big thing because you have to be able to prove your results.
Well, and that way you also know. Problem solved.
Exactly, right. So once I see it, then the patient sees it too, because on the wall, I actually show patients what a normal spine should look like. So when they put their original one up, they see that it's not normal, right? Because they're looking at the normal, and then they see the new one, and they go, thank you, doctor.
Right.
So they actually see that it's fixed.
And so you don't crack or like adjust or twist, I don't know.
That's a way that a lot of doctors practice that way. But again, I wanted to practice a technique that was more efficient, where I could actually demonstrate before and after x-rays on a high percentage of the patients.
And we'll be right back after this.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back. Today I've got Dana with me.
Hi, Barb.
She's going to watch me make the sandwich. We're going to be making quarter tortilla sandwiches. You're going to love this.
I'm excited.
Okay. So it's going to take a tortilla, obviously. These are gluten-free. You can use any kind you want, but it has to be the bendable kind, not hard corn tortillas. And then I have sliced tomatoes. I have grilled portobello mushrooms, avocado, and mozzarella cheese. The beauty of these is you can do literally anything you want. I've made breakfast sandwiches.
Ooh.
You can do it with turkey, but the key is you grill it.
Yeah, that's different.
Yes.
I mean, that's a step I don't usually use.
So we're going to cut this to the middle, and a great way, if you can't figure that out, is to do this, and then do this, and then you'll find your middle point. So I sliced it down the middle. I am going to take my mozzarella cheese.
And you put it all on one side, Barb?
Well, you do it in quarters.
Okay. Oh, I see.
Yeah. Dina, you've never seen this before. You're going to love it.
It's always like arts and crafts when I'm with you and you're cooking. It's beautiful.
It is like arts and crafts. It's fun. Okay, and then here's the fun secret part.
Okay.
You're going to fold this quarter there.
Okay.
Then you're going to fold it again. And fold it again.
You know, that folding of those little paper things in school?
Yeah.
Comes in handy.
Yes, right? Comes in handy. So there's your sandwich, and then what you're going to want to do is cover it with a little bit of butter or mayonnaise, believe it or not, is great as like a...
Just paint it on?
paint it on, and you're going to grill this in a pan.
Okay.
And just turn it over. Now that's for this one because we're having melted cheese, but if you do turkey, lettuce, tomato, onion, you don't grill, you don't have to grill it. You can also eat it like this.
I love this. I've never seen that done.
And here it is done. This one's already been sauteed in a pan.
It looks delicious and easy to eat.
Very easy to eat. It's like a pocket sandwich. So me, I like my sour cream and my chives. You don't have to do this step. I just like it, and I think it's pretty, and I think it's delicious. So there you have it. I hope you enjoy.
We want to invite you to the ultimate live intuitive event. With renowned experts, we're about to embark on a mind-blowing experience.
Get ready for an extraordinary journey into the realm of the unknown. Whether it's matters of the heart, career choices, or spiritual growth, we've got you covered.
During the panel discussions, we are ready to take your burning questions and provide you with profound insights.
We have vendors, healing sessions, mini workshops, wine tasting, food, and more.
Join us at the Sheraton Parsippany on Sunday, November 12th. To find out more about everything we have, go to wellnessgala.com. We look forward to seeing you then.
Do you suffer from headaches, stiff, sore joints, digestive disorders, recurring infections, emotional stress, or sleepless nights? Try Enzyme Nutrition. It's scientific, personalized, and has no side effects. Visit Susan Richter, RN, at nextlevelhealing.com. Read her reviews or reach out directly at 973-586-0626 to learn more.
Hi, everyone. We're here today with Dana Croshele, who is the film producer of Love Heals. So thanks for being with us, Dana.
It's nice to see you again, Dana.
Oh, thank you both. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, and we met Dana at the Illuminate Film Festival in Sedona, almost a year ago now.
Where we had the opportunity to see
Yes.
Love Heals, and which won the festival, and sharing your your incredible story.
So tell everybody a little bit about that journey, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. So my partner, Chrisanna, is the director of the film. And back in 2017, I started suffering from chronic pain. And for some reason, Chrisanna intuitively picked up her camera and said, gosh, this is such a painful journey to even observe that I just want to have my camera in hand.
Wow.
Right.
If there is a way that a miracle can occur, because it was pretty rough. It went downhill. I had 2 very unsuccessful spine surgeries in 2020. And then synchronistically, Chrisanna was actually asked to do a documentary on healing. And it turns out that I was in a full-blown healing journey.
Yeah.
And ended up being the main character of the film, but we ended up taking 18 other people on this journey with me. And we took them all to Sedona to teach them these incredible mind-body practices, all of this ancient wisdom, because everything in Western medicine for me just wasn't working. There was no pill, no surgery, no anything that was getting rid of the pain. In fact, it was just making it much worse. Injections. It didn't matter what I tried. It wasn't helping. So we started to recognize there was more to that story as we went on this journey together. So we only filmed, actually, from beginning to end. We started filming in April of 2021, and we released the film by January of 2022, which was an extraordinary feat.
Yeah, that's really fast.
Did you, prior to that time frame, were you aware of these different modalities that you experienced?
I had dabbled.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I heard about yoga and I heard about meditation and all of these other things. But I think the one piece that I was missing was I could do yoga all day long or journal or, do breath work or these different modalities, but I was only scratching the surface. What I didn't recognize, and I'm not trying to give the punchline right away, but the point of all of this was I had to take a journey deeper inward to recognize that there were just decades of my life and stress and emotions that were just on absolute lockdown. And I wasn't really getting deep enough in my own inner, self to release what I needed to even turn a corner. I think what I understood that these modalities were helpful. What I didn't really understand was the depth at which I needed to go to start to admit and recognize things that needed to be released that I was really holding on to for a very, very long time.
Well, that came about organically, right? I mean, and then it was, you got it, and you understood, and this miraculous journey and healing takes place. Do you think if someone would have told you, you would have connected, or did it have to happen the way that it did? And then my second question is, you're opening awareness with the movie.
Yes.
Do you think that somebody else in that position now receives it differently and quicker?
Great questions. Had I just been told in the very beginning, I don't think it would have landed the same way, because I would have been processing it up here instead of in here and in here. I needed to get my body involved in the process in a deeper way than I was. It was like I couldn't use my brain anymore to try to problem solve my way out of chronic pain. It just wasn't working. So as I was being led by different facilitators, or during the retreat that we filmed in Sedona, I was finding a deeper layer that I would not have been able to get myself to on my own. That is the absolute truth. When you're being led and guided in a way that's touching something that you couldn't touch on your own, that's when the healing started to occur and things really started to shift for me. And to answer your second question, what I find fascinating, and I don't really get to talk about this very much, so I really appreciate the conversation. As our film is released in short stints virtually, and then soon, towards the end of this year or very early next year, it will be on PBS.
Great.
Terrific.
That's fantastic.
It's amazing. But as of right now, when we release the film, there's an email sequence that goes out to everybody that watches it virtually. And the first email is like, what did you think? How did this film impact you? If you're willing to share, we're very open. Those emails come directly to my inbox. And I have had some of the most extraordinary responses to our film. So there are people that just watching our film, something shifted in them because it unlocked something in them. Or I just got an email recently, actually from one of the station relations managers of PBS. Now we're working with people to help get our film distributed across all the TV stations in the country. Well, they have to watch the film. And she wrote me back and was like, oh my God, I actually tried some of the modalities in your film. And she's like, I don't actually experience chronic pain, but that's not what this film is all about. There are many people that have chronic issues or illness or mental health challenges. It helps everything. And she literally said, thank you, because I'm already using these practices.
Oh,
I'm going to
that's
send
wonderful.
when the
Fantastic.
film is out to all of the people I know that could benefit. And her last line was, "Thank you for creating this life-changing film."
Look at that.
And I
Oh.
thought,
Wow. Wow.
I have chills.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's fantastic. You became an instrument. Yeah. So you know what? I'm thinking the whole time, I'm like, okay, so the sequel.
Yeah.
How everybody else was healed with love
Right,
heals.
that's true.
Part 2.
That's true. That's a good one.
That's incredible.
that would be pretty cool.
I
Yeah.
recommend everyone see the movie. It is
Yeah.
just beautiful.
Thank you, Dana, for being with us today and sharing everything that you're doing to make the world a better place. It's just amazing work.
Yeah, your adventures change lives. So
Yes.
I can't wait to see this next and then whatever is after that.
Yeah.
But we want to direct people to you. We want to direct people to the website. We want to direct
Yeah.
people to donate.
So
we'll
thank
put it-
you
we'll
again.
put it
Yeah,
out
we'll put
there.
it out there.
Thank you both so much. It is such an honor to be here. And I'm really grateful for the two of you, because you are also on a very similar mission
Yeah.
to spread a
Right.
lot of tools and hope and
Synchronicity.
inspiration for people to live the best version of their lives that they can. So thank you for the work that you two are
Oh,
doing as well.
thanks.
Thanks for saying
All
that.
right, and hope we'll see you soon then. And we'll be right back.
Do you want to restore your tooth enamel and eliminate sensitivities? Holistic Hacker here with my #1 hack for cavities, Dentite Tooth Armor. You may think you can't heal cavities, but I've done the research and it's actually possible with Dentite. Just brush it in. Studies show within 2 minutes it begins resurfacing tooth enamel and protects teeth 4 times stronger than fluoride. Dentite is a game changer for myself and so many others. Grab some at mfoods.shop and be pain-free today.
Hi, everyone. We're here today with Yvonne Maria Schafer. Yvonne, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes, and Yvonne is an intuitive, and she does something a little tricky, special. Transcendental
Readings.
Yes. Tell us what that is.
So yeah, basically they are, my readings are science-based. So what I do is I explain first the fundamental reality of nature, that people understand where we are coming from and what we are and how simple it is to create change and to adapt to change. And this is where most people are afraid of, where they're stuck, and where all the issues occur.
But it's just fascinating because you do it all by people's birthday.
Yes.
And not even the year.
A lot of people don't know their birthday, so it doesn't matter. It is just a number which is their number. This number helps me basically to dial into their field. It's like a telephone number. If I walk to the city, I would not be able to read one person if I don't want it to. But if they give me the number, I can not only read them, but all people they ever experienced consciousness or unconsciousness. That means even if the person just passed his field and he would have the birthday from him, I could tell him in which relationship he stays to him. And yeah, so it is a broad field.
It's incredible how quickly you get there, because before the number is out of someone's mouth, you're connected.
Yes.
And it's direct and it's delivered so
It comes
thoroughly.
quickly. It's like a phone call. It's like using
really
a
is.
cell phone call, because the second you give me the number, the film starts.
Yes.
And I do that also for companies. That means every person has a talent, but sometimes we don't see that talent. And so I just go in and I look if they do the right thing, or if
wonderful.
they might be better for another position.
That's wonderful.
That
How
is.
long have you been doing this? How long have you been using this vehicle with your gifts?
Since I'm a child, I have memories of others. Because I saw myself getting in an accident or doing that, I knew at the time that this is not my memory, but that I see at that point relatives or people who were in my circle, you know.
So wow, that's a long time.
It is. It is. And
No,
not that you're old.
but because of it, I was always curious and I had to travel the world. So I basically traveled to each country, just going there, experience the people, and trying to understand how everything is connected. And that brought me to study natural science.
do you shut it off easily?
Yes. It's like if you, the point is, if I do a reading, I have to ask you maybe 2 or 3 times for your birthday in order to reconnect. And it just helps people. I never see bad things. What I see the potential
Which is
of
fantastic.
people what people have.
Yes.
And
That's great.
just help them to see their own potential that they have, that empowers them to make a decision, because now they have the choice. They can go in either direction they want.
And you're going to be a part of our panel, which is, we're so
I'm
excited
so
to have.
excited. That will be a once in a lifetime experience.
Yes, yes.
There's so many great people coming.
Our
all
audience
of
is
you
in
will-
for an incredible treat
Yes.
because you're going to be working and giving readings in your view,
Yes.
right? So all topics that come up, everyone on the panel will come from a different place.
The collective mind we create with this and the synergy with the audience, I think it will open up a lot of people in the audience too, to maybe more, you know?
Yeah, I think so too. And the VIP meet and greet will be great. And I know you're going to be asking everyone their birthday in that.
People really have to see what you do.
Yes.
I mean, it's fantastic.
I mean, I can give a reading if you want.
Right now, I think that would be great.
Yeah, enough people
Let's
in
grab
the room.
somebody from our crew.
Yeah.
That'd
How
be great.
about you? Yeah. So I think I just do a reading with you. Hey.
I know.
I'm a little afraid.
But we want it to be real. We want it to be authentic. So we're going to pull everyone
There
in that
is nothing
is
to
willing.
be afraid of. So basically, all I need is your month and day of birth.
Okay, December 23rd.
December 23rd. In a moment, you have a lot of things in your mind which you would like to separate from. 3.5 years, there was also something which was in big motion. And that is something which was stucking with you for a while. But all that is cleared out now because you're ready to let go. I feel a lot of spirit around you because you're very connected always. And you're always very guided, even so sometimes you are very strong. It never goes backwards for you. You are a very strong person and you are very creative with everything. And you are a master in keeping people together. And still, when you're alone, that is when the soft spot comes out, which people don't see. You will come to a complete level where you're happy like I don't know the English word, the expression for it, but just come up with a German expression. And so that change, what you do, will be definitely a positive one. This entire change is not now, but it will come. So sometimes I don't see if it is just happening right now or if it will happen in the next 2-3 weeks.
Thank you.
So, yes.
I won't divulge anything, but you were pretty much on the mark, and Debbie knows my story, so you were right.
What happened? I mean,
Pretty tough things happened, and I'm dealing with that.
but they fall off. They all
I'm working through
that
them.
it just falls off of you. So, and if you think about in Japan, there's just one word for change and crisis, because it is what you make out of it. On the end, it's both change.
Thank you very much. Oh,
Awesome.
my goodness,
There you go.
I'm crying here. I've got to go clean up. I'm going to put makeup. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
I really, this was lovely. Thank you.
Well, that was fascinating, Yvonne. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody can see Yvonne as part of the panel Sunday, November 12th at the Sheraton in Parsippany. So come out and join us for a day like you've never seen before. And we'll be right back after this.
Hi, my name is Vince Conti with Retire MD, and the finance tip of the week is infinite banking. I hear it a lot out on Instagram and TikTok and on social media, but most people don't understand what it is. What infinite banking is utilizing a shrunken down cash value life insurance policy, which maximizes the cash growth inside the account. You get all the growth of the upside and none of the risk on the downside. This needs to be properly structured and designed the right way specific to you. Please reach out to see if you qualify and if you have any questions.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Marinkovic. I'm a chiropractor located in Paramus, New Jersey. My brother, Dr. Pete, and I developed the perfect pillow in order for you to have the perfect night's sleep. This pillow is so unique that it puts your neck in the proper position so you get the best night's sleep that you possibly can. And each one can be customized to fit your individual needs that matches to you and your bed. Come in to see me for your own personal consultation.
Thanks for watching today, and be sure to check out balanceyourlife.tv and subscribe to our YouTube channel.